What are your recommendations on if someone has a basement and you're putting piers in a basement and you discover that it cracks the concrete? How do you navigate that? And what are the suggestions on how to work through some of that?
So if it's piers and it cracks, the concrete's probably already cracked if you're using piers. But like a lot of these old houses in Louisville, like in old Louisville, that concrete slab, like in a brand new house today, the concrete slab is going to be 4 inches thick. Okay. So you go down to Butchertown, those slabs are 1 inch thick. Ooh, they're paper thin. Mm-hmm. And so they're not strong enough to support a jack. So if you put a steel post on top of that, it's going to compress and it's going to break it. So what we need to do in situations like that is we need to pour footers to get the strength underneath that steel post to hold it in place while we're doing the work, and after the work's done to keep it in place. So that's something you have to watch out for. If you do have cracks, like a lot of times, because piers, if you do them on the outside, you can lift, but you still might have to excavate more. If you do them on the inside of a basement, you can't get any lift. All you can do is stabilize. Because if you're doing on the inside, you're trying to pick up that footer and everything attached to it on the outside. So if I'm going to excavate on the outside anyway, why wouldn't I do the pier on the outside?
Right.
But sometimes I will do them on the inside if they're already just wanting to stabilize to begin with, and they've already got some cracks. We'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone, because I've got to cut a 3 foot by 3 foot hole to do the pier. Then I'll just pour the concrete back, and then all the cracks are gone. You see what I'm saying? And so that's one way to look at it. We can just do it all at one time. But like we did one of the biggest jobs we ever did. There's a commercial building. I won't say the exact building because I have to ask the owner, but it's out off Outer Loop. We did 105 piers on this commercial building. And gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, and you can imagine it cost a lot of money. And these were, there were dentist office in there. There were storefronts, and you could walk into these storefronts and the shelves were leaning because it was so bad. Now we had an engineering, we had a geological engineering. This property had been built back in the 60s. It was built on all shale, and they knew. And yes, maybe the engineer at the time thought the shale would hold it, but that was the problem. Shale is not load bearing strata. Shale will shift and move. Now it was a heck of a job, man. It was a heck of a job because you can't dig the shale with a shovel. I would still have to bust it up because it's strong enough. I couldn't shovel it, but I had to jackhammer it. So it took us 3 weeks to do this, and we had allocated 2 weeks. And but once we were done, we still had issues with the floors being unlevel in some of the middle of these storefronts, and we knew that was going to happen. And so we tag teamed this with another company, and I'll say their name, A1 Concrete, who I'm a big fan of because they do mud jacking and foam jacking, and I don't do that. We worked together. They leveled the floors, I leveled the footers, and you had this building back.
So if anybody ever tells you to build on shale, you say, "Oh, shale, no." You stay away from shale. I heard you want to live paycheck to paycheck. Oh, wait, you don't? Join us each week on the Investor Tribe podcast, Wednesday at 1, and learn how to build up your passive income.
And so what we want to do, Matt, we want to thank you for coming by. You are a member of the tribe now, all right? And so we want to thank you for coming on out, hanging out with us today, educating the tribe members. And we just thank you so much for coming by today.
I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, a lot of good information. I mean, I'm going to go and check my gutters. I'm not going to get up there, get gutters checked, extensions put on properties, because simple solutions can save you big bucks. And
the preventative maintenance could stop, Matt, from actually having to come by your house, because it's not a call you want to make. It's a call you have to make, right? And so I think it's super cool to be able to have people to talk about these things. And as investors, that can impact your bottom line in a tremendous way.
Yeah. And then the free, inspection, if someone's got foundation concerns, to be able to give you a call. For our listeners, that's great. And they put their mind at ease, or you can give them the solutions. So we greatly appreciate that. So I was impressed with the warranties too. 20 years, 30 years, lifetime. These aren't 90-day, 1-year warranties. This is a long time or lifetime, which hopefully is a long time for everybody here.
We love that. Yes. We love that.